Hey guys, Ornlu back here, and with Ornlu's Big Nomad Cup, or OBNC, coming right around the corner, I thought it would be fun to do some map overviews for all the maps that we decided to use in this tournament. All the little quirks for it, the sorts of civs and strategies we will likely see, and all of that good stuff. Some of the maps you likely will know, some of the maps you may not know, but you'll probably know this one. It's Nomad. Now this is going to be the map you see the most in the tournament, as it will be game one in every single series. So yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of this, and it is a fairly standard Nomad seed. You can see that there's a rather oblong, asymmetrical sort of landmass with a, I don't even know if this is, a little peninsula arm thingy. So you can definitely, be careful. You don't want a pond, dock, or anything like that, but the middle will likely be worth fighting for, whether it be a bay or a lake. Obviously, I mean, I guess you can't see super easily, but you start with villagers scattered absolutely everywhere. There are tons of resources. Unlike the normal DE Nomad, or at least how it used to be, I don't know if that was updated. This version, at the very least, does have lots of resources in terms of gold and stone. And there are hills on this map. It's certainly not a flat map, but it isn't, I believe, quite as hilly as standard Nomad. So those are just some small deviations from the standard Nomad script, but you can see lots of gold, stone, scattered everywhere, some forage bushes, sheepers, boars, ibex, or deer, or whatever. And this map is going to be all about what civs you land and how exactly you can fit your strategy to the map that you're playing, like the map generation, because it's going to be very, very different. It's not like some of the other maps where it's a lot more consistent in terms of what you're getting. This is about as nomad as it gets. So likely you'll have players that are very close to each other. Some player like, I don't know, Red here, is way off in the corner of the map and will likely have a very good boom and all that stuff. You'll likely have some players going for water, some players going for land. And yeah, pretty much all the classic Nomad stuff. It's the whole reason that we threw this tournament, is because this is such a fun map in the 4v4 setting. I wouldn't expect a ton of feudal aggression, just because you usually have enough resources to get to Castle Age somewhat safely, and if you do see feudal aggression, it will likely be in the form of a tower rush, although sometimes you do see scouts, sometimes archers, but not super commonly. And that's really about it. Lots and lots of Castle Age aggression, castle drops, all that sort of thing. Also, water play. Water is going to be very important. You will likely see some water play in Feudal Age, at least to some degree, from somebody somewhere, but you won't have more than one player commit fully to water. At least, I wouldn't say that is especially likely. In late game, you can have sort of these narrow choke points, like right here, or maybe right here, that you're going to have to push through, and that can make it more closed mappy sort of feeling thingy in the late game, which can make for some more interesting, big, slow Doom pushes from a team that might not have all the map control. Also, trade is going to be really wonky on this map, because you're not likely going to be using trade cogs, so you just got to find the best axis of trade that you can work with, and just kind of go with it. This is definitely going to be the most random, I guess, of the maps. And of course, OBNC is played with random civs, but it's still just worth mentioning the sorts of civs that are good. Like all Nomad maps, Persians are going to be very, very good with the extra food and especially wood. On any of the water Big Nomad maps, I mean, I'm going to be saying Persians, 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 because you can build a dock and you can build a fishing ship right away with your starting wood. No need to gather resources. The other civ that can do that is Malians. Although Persians do have also the benefit of the extra tanky docks and TCs and stuff like that, but Malians also still going to be very good. Lithuanians as well. We saw that in not King of the Desert. Battle of Africa, that was the one. There we go. Where we saw on Canyon Lake, people go for Lithuanians. And with the extra 150 food, you can afford to not have as many villagers on food right away. So then you can go for much earlier water. So I'd say those are going to be some of the best civs you can roll, but honestly, most civs are going to be pretty decent, and that's, I think, one of the reasons that I'm able to, at least fairly comfortably, make people go random civs, is that all in all, you'll probably get at least a semi-decent overall composition of civs, like in this random 1v1 game I loaded, Britons are at least solid, Huns are alright, Turks are alright, and Byzantines are pretty good, and the other team has Portuguese, which are pretty good, Tatars, which are okay, Magyars, which are meh, and Khmer, which are alright. So kind of mediocre, middling civs across the board here. I'd say that Byzantines and Portuguese both kind of stand out, but you can see, like, at least with this random generation, as an example, you've got lots and lots of variety, lots of even stuff to do. Anyway, that will just be the Nomad map, OBNC Nomad, so definitely you'll be seeing a lot of this on this channel in the future, and I will be going through all of the other OBNC maps in the upcoming days, so hope you guys are excited for OBNC, and I'll see you in the next one.